Meet me at the Lawn Soother Mines. There's some fancy-dancy loot in it for you.
Another lead? But we already found him. Well, found his hand anyways.
I'll explain at the mines. These ones is just south of the river pass. Now you two want something, or you just gonna stand there all gag-scrapped and slack-jawed?
Evet, Brock'tan yeni bir görev daha aldık. Herkese merhaba bu arada arkadaşlar. Görevi konuşmaya başlayınca görevi vereceğini bilmiyordum. Bu yüzden hemen kayda bastım ve giriş yapmadım. Brock bize şimdi yeni bir görev verdi. Daha önce bir arkadaşının elini bulup ona getirmiştik. Bunun önceki bölümde yeni bir bölgeyi keşfettik. Aslında yeni bir diyarı diyeyim. Orada bir Bakir'i öldürdük. Midgard'a geri döndük. Kendimizi biraz daha geliştirdik. Yan görevlerden devam edeceğiz tekrar ama o esnada hemen Brock böyle bir sohbete gireyim deyince yan görev verdi. Hemen başlattım kaçırmayayım diye ucunu. Midgard'dan devam edeceğiz. Bakalım yan görevlerde neler kaldı.
Pull the ring up on Vari's hand at the Bölüm mine. There's always tampering.
Şimdi yan görevler, bitmemiş meseleler. İşaretlemedik mi? Bakalım neler bulacağız.
Lemire, how'd you come to be in these lands?
You know what? I'll tell this one later.
Tamam, bu yolu açtık. Burada işimiz yok, kapat abi. O kuş nereden ötüyor? Ne? Burası bizi çok uğraştıracak gibime geliyor. What the heck? Nerede o kuş? Ha. Senin yapacağın büyüye sokayım artık. Evet.
Boy.
Yes, sir. Kavegya.
Focus up, boy.
That was easy.
I must speak.
What's wrong?
I came to this lake with a group of tradesmen, seeking refuge from the desolation. But how could we know it was even worse at the Lake of Nine?
We cannot undo your mistakes, Spirit.
I know that. But I fear for my captain and crew. I believe they are still under the water. Will you find them for me?
Is there anything you can offer us in return?
I have little to offer.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure.
Wait! I died wearing a valuable family heirloom. It's yours, if you promise to find my crew.
Deal.
Thank you.
You are learning.
Why didn't you or Mom ever tell me about the desolation?
I won't speak for your mother, but it was never my concern. Nor should it be yours.
Doesn't it concern us if everything around us is dying?
Our only concern is going home.
Really? Then why are we exploring all these islands?
The resources we find improve our equipment. If we stray from the path, it is only to prepare ourselves for the journey ahead.
I can live with that if it means we keep exploring. And helping others.
Bu görev tamamlandı.
doing fine.
Bu ne lan? Sanki buradan bir tane daha kapı gördüydüm ben. Amına koyayım, nasıl yapacağız bunu? Buradan alıp onu oradan alamayız. Burada da yol yok. What the heck? Bu en başa mı sarıyor? Ama bu olmamalı. Bu işi de hallettik. Nefheim'a gidememişim. Tamam, buna gideyim ya.
Amir, how'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. I used to think he never caught on. But the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Allah'ım Odin gözlerini oymuş.
We could beach the boat here.
Well, looky who decided to show. Talk to this here ring.
What? I can't hear thoughts from rings, Brock. It's talking to me! It's Anvari!
Ha! Knew it.
He says he went to the Velnder mines to observe his mistake, but then the Soul Eater attacked, so as he was being ripped apart, he cast a spell that removed his soul and put it in this ring. And then he...
What about all his stuff?
Huh?
Anvari had a workshop here with all sorts of posh doodads and ornatory tools, and one beaut of a hammer. You make mention of it still in there?
You're upsetting him.
Your point? You fellas take Anvari with you and go have a look-see. If you find his hammer, I'll whip up something real nice for you. Hey now, don't go forgetting your entry stone.
Aman koyayım.
Anvari isn't happy about us taking his stuff.
I do not care.
I'm not gonna tell him that.
Belki alamayacağız zaten.
Tanri says this dwarf was part of his crew, that he died because of his mistakes. He sounds sad.
The ring's grief is of little importance, boy.
Oraya nasıl gireceğiz acaba?
Oh, he did not like that. He's warning us not to go down there.
Stop listening to the ring, boy. Cannot be trusted.
Her yerden elfler çıkıyor ya. Sevmiyorum elfleri. Büyü müyü yapıyorlar, karartıyorlar dünyayı.
Silence that ring, boy.
I don't know how.
Nasıl sustursun bu çocuk oğlum ben? Oğlum bu ne? Bu ne?
A soul eater.
And a traveler. Guard up. Boy,
Sir. Another map. Bet we'll find something useful here.
Önce diğerini alayım. Sonra Ruby'yi yeni alayım. Benim. Ne yapıyor lan o?
At the red.
Biraz bekle çünkü bu canlanmadı.
Good show.
A dead soul eater. What's a soul eater even doing here? What do you mean it's your fault?
boy, ignore him.
It's sort of tough for me to ignore.
Ready yourself, boy.
Şimdi burada bir yol var. Geride de bir yol var.
Trigger a bunch of traps.
I see no traps.
Sounded so sure about it.
Buradan nereye gideceğim?
Says his workshop is up there. But I know. Don't trust the talking ring. Aha. Tılsım düştü. Tılsım düştü.
Boy.
Father, please, just listen. Invari's crew did something bad here. He's glad you destroyed his lab, and he's sorry he kept trying to trick us. His hammer is just through this gate.
İyi de bir yüzük neden size doğruyu söylesin ki cüce oysa?
Here. Boy.
Yes, sir. I may want to write that down.
This is a fine hammer.
Invari says thank you. Can we keep him?
We will talk to the blue one. Be ready!
Bir dakika, biz bir yerde bir şey gördük. Ha, bu orasıydı zaten, aynen.
Here, the alchemist's hammer. His spirit is a nuisance.
Yeah, Andvari always was an asshole. Hell of an alchemist, though. Hand him over here and I'll melt him down.
What? You're going to melt down your friend?
A trapped soul's what I need to give your reward some extra oomph. You don't want it?
Father, we can't do that. Here, you hold on to him. He's really useful, I promise.
Fine. So long as he proves his worth.
Güzel bir şey aldık.
Kid's a bit of a softie, huh? Well, he'll grow out of it.
Ne düştü? Aslında tılsım hiç geliştirmedik yani.
Now you're talking.
Oğlum bu ne ya? Kararsız maden cevheri. Nerede? Yok.
What the fuck ever?
Kaç tane bulmuşuz? 8 tane. Oğlum. Ondan hiçbirinin yeri yok. Ama şey yapabiliriz. Bir çıkalım bakalım nerelerin ateşini yakmışız.
Mimir, I still don't get why you ever wanted to work for Odin.
Back then, I was young enough to still be ambitious. The Aesir gods were as powerful a force as I'd come across, but they clearly lacked for strategy, focus, and sage counsel. All this could I faithfully provide. And so, a stranger from a far-off island found himself with Odin's ear, trusted as he trusted no one but himself. And with that kind of power, laddie, I must confess, there are perks.
Yeah, but he's Odin.
I never claimed to be perfect, laddie, only clever. And often too clever by half.
So what'd you do to get Odin so mad at you?
Well, for a long time my job was to enable Odin, and I was fucking excellent at it. Gradually, as I grew more to care about people and the world, my job became to contain him, to protect him from himself. By serving peace, I served his interests as well, that's the truth. But he saw it as disloyalty. No longer trusting my motives, but not wishing to part with my brain or tongue, he bound me to a tree and adopted a new pastime of casual torture.
Well, I'm glad we came along to cut off your head.
Aye, lad. Lucky break that was.
nereye gidiyor?
What happened to the city?
I'm not entirely sure, lad. It was abandoned long before Jormungandr came to town and flooded the place.
I wonder what it was like to live here.
Nereden geliyor o ses?
Done.
Oğlum nereden ötüyorsun sen?
Another name. Olarak.
Why the arcane runes? Perhaps we're meant to find something in Muspelheim and Niflheim.
Ne oldu? Amına koyayım, bak nerede bak.
Mimir, You never told me what happened with the stonemason's son.
Hrimthur, son of Thamur. After completing his father's masterwork, the Great Wall of Jotunheim, he thought of nothing but making the Aesir pay for their crimes against the giants. Once he longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought wisdom to Hrimthur, and cunning. Or I can just tell you this story later.
We're not getting in there without a key.
Gidelim o zaman.
What were we into then? Oh, the revenge plot of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son. He observed that Asgard's walls were half-built and shoddy, for no Aesir god could be bothered with such tiresome labour. So Hrimthur adopted the guise of an ordinary man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them within 2 turns of the season, they would owe him nothing for his labours. And if he succeeded, he asked only for an audience with the goddess Freya. Odin agreed, knowing the task was impossible, but intrigued by the stranger. Hrimthur made short work of it, of course. He had the benefit of his father's training and the aid of a magical stallion for fetching stones. Odin was not happy to find himself on the losing end of the wager, but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. Or I can just tell you this story later.
Ben burayı hatırlıyorum. Bunlar ilk başta düşmesi gerekenler aslında. Ama ben buraya geldim bir ara, öyle hatırlıyorum.
More of those. Good. Another name. Air.
Şurada bir tane daha var. Benim anlamadığım nokta, biz buraları gezdik mi ya? Ulan ya. buraya gelmiş olmalıyız ya. Bakayım gene.
I have a favor to... Do you remember the dagger you gave me?
The dagger stabbed into the Reaver's back? His own son killed him? Yeah, I haven't forgotten that one.
Well, I traced it to a group of Reavers that operate out of the Northree stronghold. I'd wager that's where they took their haul from Fafnir's storeroom, along with that whetstone that I could use to help you.
Ben buraya geldim mi?
Another treasure hunt. Pointless.
Well, not if Sindri really can make us better equipment with that whetstone. Plus, the Reaver's son. He murdered his father.
Tamam ben buraya gelmişim abi ya.
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
One more for the collection. Another name. Here, Drupal.
Evet çabuk öldü. Ama olsun düşen her malzeme için diğer tozu düşüyor. Nerede var başka? Kapı açılıyordu galiba ama ne sebeple hatırlamıyorum
There's something
sanırım.
down there.
We'd come to the part where Thor caught up with Hrimthur and slew the stonemason's son. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin. and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defenses. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash. If not sooner.
I still can't believe he ate it.
Burada kol yok. Cadı mağarasına kadar gideceğiz mi? Sanmam ya içeri kadar gidelim. Buradan yol olabilir mi?
Mimir, there was a shrine about a giant lady with lots of books and visions.
Ah, that would be Groa, the Knowledge Keeper. She was a gifted sorceress who gathered every tome of arcane wisdom she could find in the realms, all in the hopes of augmenting her powers of prophecy, that she might find her lost husband, Arvandil. But it was not her husband she would glimpse in her visions, for it was Groa, seeing longer and farther than any before or since, who witnessed Ragnarok, the end and the beginning. When Odin caught word of her ultimate prophecy, he maneuvered to obtain her knowledge and hoard it for himself. Groa knew Odin as a long-time patron of Excelsis, and so she welcomed him into her library as a friend. You know what? I'll tell this one later.
Emin değilim ama gidiyorum ya. Abi burayla alakası yok. Nereden çıkacağız oraya peki?
Mimir, can you finish that story you started?
Odin schemed to capture the visions of Ragnarok recorded by Groa, the Knowledge Keeper. What she did not know is that Odin himself was behind her husband's disappearance, having used his enchantments to conceal his death at Thor's hands from her sight. Smiling, jealous Odin took her by the throat, and with his very hands he stole her library and her life for his own.
I always knew Odin was bad. That's just...
Ruthless, barbaric, heartless? That's Odin. In fact, we would do well to sit here in silence for the next few moments and reflect on Odin's capacity for cruelty. And so...
Reflect longer.
Ulan buraya nereden gireceğiz be? Şuradan girsek. Burada bir yerde kuş var mı? Ananın. Tamam, bunu atacağım ama çıkmayacağım. Hiç inmeyeceğim. Burayı biliyormuşum.
Look here. Another.
This one is good. A frost giant king.
Correct. A cunning one as well.
Is that Mjolnir? Did he steal Thor's hammer?
Aye, for a time.
A lot of these seem to end with Thor killing them.
Imagine that.
Diyor ki düşün, Thor'un çekicini kullandı ama Thor onu öldürdü yine de. Öldük ya.
Right, last one. Colin, look! That should really help us fight the rest of the corrupted Valkyries.
Yani umarım yardım eder. Bu kadar puanı basayım abi, ne yapacağım ki? Şimdi bir şeyi bozduk. Abi bu işte tutmuyor. Yani her zaman tutmuyor. Bu iyi abi. Sonra bunları oynayabiliriz. Sonra bu diyarına gitmemiz lazım.
You're familiar with the tale of Skoll and Hoti, bringers of day and night?
Oh yeah, the wolf giants.
Aye. They were born of the arch-wolf Hrothwitnir, a great nemesis of the Aesir gods. Odin captured them as pups and kept them in the kennels of Asgard to hold his foe at bay. But when the sun and moon grew mutinous and stood still, Odin put Skoll and Hoti to use. With his ancient magics, he cast the wolves to the heavens, and they began their chase. And long shall they chase, but not endlessly. For it is foretold that someday Skoll and Hoti will catch and devour their prey. And that day shall be Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods.
But Ragnarok is supposed to be Odin's doom, isn't it? Why would he set the wolves loose if it fulfills the prophecy?
Precisely the question, lad. It's always about control. The wolves determine when Ragnarok begins, and now he controls the wolves. A battle fought on his timetable is a battle he better stands to win.
Allah'ım, daha yapacak çok iş var God of War'da. Evet, yeni bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Şöyle, yani yan görevler o kadar çok hoşuma gitti ki hani daha çok video çekmek istiyorum. Şöyle, resmen ana görevler gibi yan görevler belirli bir süre, ciddi anlamda hani bayağı bir süre alıyor yani. Hani öyle az buz değil. Ve hani bulmamız gereken daha valkürler var, yan görevler var. Hepsi de çok eğlenceli. Yani kendimizi her yan görevde de yani yeni şeyler buldukça geliştirebiliyoruz. Bu da çok hoş oluyor. Bugünün son videosuydu bu. Muhtemelen bugün 3 tane bölüm çektim. Umarım herkese faydalı olacaktır. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kendinize çok iyi bakın.